This is day 56, and something I want to start doing is using the scientific method in Fortnite for improvement. And there's 5 steps to the scientific method. The first one is observation. So let's say, for example, you're in a 1v1 and there's someone on your wall and you make a wide edit and you took 100 damage. Okay, now your hypothesis, your idea of what you could do different is instead of making a wide edit, what if I make a safe edit, a peak? Okay, and then you experiment. You go into 1v1s, you get into those same scenarios, and you do the different thing that you said you would. You try it out, and then you get multiple of those new hypothesis 1v1s, and then you analyze them, and then you see if it worked or not. That's basically scientific method, and that's how it can be used in Fortnite. So for me, in scrims or 1v1s, there's a lot of times where I don't know why I died. In an earlier video, I said that I started collecting clips of when I died, but I don't know why I died. That's observation. And then from those clips, the more clips I have, the easier it's going to be for me to find patterns and come up with a hypothesis. And then I just need to test the hypothesis if it's true or not. And that's basically where I'm starting now. Is I have the observation part down. Now I just need to come up with these ideas, and so I can rely on myself and I don't have to rely on other people. Obviously, coaches and people that know more than you is good, but you also need to do these things on your own as well. So that's where I'm on like step 2 now. Is I'm trying to create these hypotheses and test them out in scrims. And if we do bad, we do bad. But some of them are going to hit and some of them are going to be big hits, and I'm going to start to learn the game more. So that's something I'm really excited about. And today was really interesting is I was extremely frustrated when I was watching back my VODs today. Like, I don't know why. Like, I genuinely was so, like, frustrated and, like, just kind of fed up with watching them. So I didn't really watch all of them. I watched all the scrim games, but I didn't watch all the fighting VODs. So I don't think there's any fighting VODs in the video, but there are a couple scrim games, and we did pretty bad today. So you'll be seeing why we did bad, and I have some hypothesis in the video as well. So this game, I end up getting lurked on from our back tarp, and I don't have a good reasoning or like a rule for this, but I do have a hypothesis, so I'm gonna let it play. So they just go in our back tarp and end up dying. So basically what my thinking behind this is, so this is all of our builds, right, in this wood here, and we have all of this space. But the problem is, like, let's say someone were to smack on this brick wall. Like, we would instantly know, obviously, right? Because we're on the wall and we have awareness. But I think the reason why this works is because the tarp is so long. For us to have awareness from this box is 1-2 boxes away, and they were both crouched. So it's hard for us to be aware. So I think the fix, this is just a hypothesis, is if I simply would have reset this and blocked this off, because people could just be lurking in here, you never know, and we just can't hear it. Like, it's just basically impossible to be aware when there's so many other things going on. You're talking to your teammate, you're trying to listen, and you're focusing on other things. It's basically impossible. So I simply should have just blocked this off, in my opinion, and I'm just going to try it out and see if that's true or not, because I think if I would have blocked it off, they would have broke through multiple builds, and I would have been aware before they could pump me. In this endgame, we're super stacked, 111 builds and 147 builds. So all I'm thinking about right now is not refresh. I'm just thinking about height and just looking and scouting it the whole time. And that was good, because that's what I talked about in yesterday or 2 days ago in the video, where when you're stacked, you should be looking at height. You should be playing higher layers, which is exactly what we're doing. Now, zone pulls, and it ends up pulling down, and it pulls max, which is good for us if we want to take height. So now I tarp out here, but then once I get to here, what I think I should have done, this is just a hypothesis again, is I should have done the jetpack tech where you can go down. So you just have to edit this wall, place a cone here, don't place anything below, jetpack into the cone, and then I'll fall straight down. And then let's say we go straight down, right? And then we land like where this guy is, and I make a couple boxes right here, and we're like on this layer. And then we start shooting up, because height only has 2 plays. They have to either drop down like slide down on stairs or waterfall down, or they have to jetpack. If they jetpack, we kill them out there. If they waterfall, we're going to keep spraying them, keep spraying them, and they won't be able to take height and like hold it. So then we get the freest height ever just by going front. But because like in this game, I wanted to try PGing for height. I just wanted to like test it out and see how it go. And I just realized how stupid it was, because you're going to see, look, we do all this. And if there was a good team in this lobby, all they would do is look up and just chop us, and we're all dead. All 4 players are dead. So that is a stupid play. It's not going to be consistent at all. And the right play should have just been drop layers, go front, create this distance, and then I think if we would have chopped them out, it would have worked. So in tomorrow's scrims, I definitely want to try this out, playing for height in this particular scenario where everyone was on high layer, then it pulls down, and I want to see if it works or not. While in the last game, I did a good job of scouting, it was simply a misplay on taking height. This game, the first problem I see is we box up, and there's 2 things. First, we have 17 seconds left, which means we can go for a play. But if you look at our maps, 105 and 78, they're pretty good. And this is a good time to look for height. Just glance at it. And look at this. So this team is dead. And this guy is held up on nothing. And this team is spraying at them. So we have 2 options. We either spray as well, but this team is doing the same thing. But I think the best play here is just pre this team in the back. He's going to have no awareness. All we have to do, boom, tarp, boom, pickaxe, pre-edit, dead. And we'll see this, we'll get max mats, then we can go for height after. But I do something that it's not going to net us a kill, and I shoot at these guys, which does absolutely nothing. And then I get griefed by the hot air balloon, but that's not really controllable. But looking for height, looking for pre-edits, instead of doing low refresh probability plays, like shooting somebody when they're rotating in, like those plays usually never work. So it's just a poor use of time in that scenario when we could have been doing something better. A small mistake I make here that ends up with me dying is I'm low HP and I see this kill backside and I kill him, right? So I go for the loot, I grab the med kits, which is good. But my HP was really low, so my siphon is already like topped me off. Like I'm not getting any more HP because I was at so low HP that it only got me to 60. So the best play, like let's say I was 90 HP and I got the siphon kill, I can make this jetpack play and get in because my teammate said it was pulling up. But in this scenario, because I'm too low, what I should have done, grab the medkits and just come into this old tarp. Like this is a good play because we can still stick to each other. And then I can pop a medkit. Then if it literally pulls up like Mount Everest, then I can jetpack again. But yeah, this was a little bit greedy because my HP was too low. And I didn't really think about that. Like, oh, if my HP is low, then the siphon is not going to stay for long. So then I can't really tank zone. And I could have just stayed here and got to my teammate. And we could have like done something. But instead I jetpacked with low HP and then I died. So here I had an opportunity to get my teammates knocked bodies so I can res them. But instead of just blocking the sides and let him crawl in or like roll in my box, because that's a new feature of the chapter, I went and I grabbed his body without blocking my side, and then I literally get one pumped 170 from 2 tiles away because of that, which is pretty insane. But I mean, it still means like it's a mistake. Like I should have just built this wall and just let him roll in and then reset the wall instead of overextending and going out here, then try to bring him back, because that's just too risky. And I can't risk my own life to res my teammate.